Well, American Sarah Semsar is joining me now from Antalya, Turkey via Skype, where she's actually vacationing with her family. Sarah, I'm curious to know what the scene is where you are right now.
Absolutely. It's actually very calm here in Antalya, and we didn't see too much in terms of the coup that was taking place in Istanbul. Of course, Istanbul is about 8 hours away from Antalya, but when the news broke of the coup, I was located on the beach, Kanyalti Beach, and a number of tourists and, of course, lots of locals immediately began to flee the scene and go back to their homes to seek safety. When the President Erdogan made his announcement, he was calling upon lots of the local citizens to take to the streets to show their support for his government and, of course, democracy. And they did that. They did that here in Antalya. There were a number of protests here locally. We heard lots of helicopters and, police, military sirens on into the early hours of the morning. I would say until about 5 a.m. Things started to die down, and shops began opening as they do every day here, and it was very peaceful, and it's been very peaceful throughout the day here in Antalya.
What's the mood like right now? I know you were saying that a lot of people were on the beach and suddenly felt like they had to flee back to their homes. Was there any sort of violence where you were? I know this is a resort area in Turkey that a lot of people like to go on vacation. Did you see the violence? Did you see any military action as a coup was taking place Friday night, early Saturday morning?
The location that I am in Antalya it's located just outside of the city center, so it tends to be very calm here. It's very safe here. There are a lot of tourists here, many from Europe, parts of Iran, and a number of Americans as well. So it tends to be very safe in this area. A few blocks away, you could hear throughout the night, like I said, on until the early morning, you could hear lots and lots of noise coming from the city center, and it remained very active throughout much of Antalya.
And what's the situation like for expats and for travelers who are vacationing there this summer? Are they afraid? Are they looking to get back?
I've been here since the 4th of July, and it's been relatively, it's been completely calm and peaceful, and, the Turkish people have been thoroughly welcoming and very kind to us. As of now, though, I know for a fact that we cannot travel into the United States from Turkey. So even if we wanted to go home right now, we cannot. So that's a little frustrating. So we're just waiting, and our embassy has told us to remain indoors until further notice.
Our transportation reporter Chris Van Cleve is reporting exactly what you're saying, that the FAA has issued a notice prohibiting all U.S. commercial and private aircraft going in and coming out of Turkey. So you're right, no one is allowed to leave. So what are Americans doing when they're trying to make plans to return back to the U.S.?
I think the only thing that we can do actually is just wait. We're waiting for our embassy to let us know exactly what we can do. I know that a number of people have expressed trying to go to Greece, but even if you go to another country, you're still not allowed to take a flight from those other countries into the United States.
Wow, that's an interesting development. Sarah Semsar, an American who is actually on the ground in Turkey vacationing with her family. Sarah, thank you for joining us and for your insight.
Thank you.